Hi, I'm Bruce Simon. I'm a husband, father of two beautiful little girls. During the day, I'm a professional truck driver for Lakeville Motor Express in Roseville, Minnesota. I've been driving for 29 years and have recently been named Minnesota Truck Driver of the Year. Like all professional truck drivers, I've been looking out for more than my load. I am working to ensure that you get home safely. During my career, I've seen a lot of things on the road, good and bad. Lately, I've been noticing a lot of distracted and aggressive driving. More people using cell phones while driving. People are eating over their steering wheels. Drivers are weaving in and out of lanes, and everyone seems to be going a lot faster. These reckless behaviors can lead to injury and possibly death, especially when they happen around big rigs. We applaud your driver educator for taking time on sharing this important message. Unfortunately, not all classes are as thorough as this one. According to published reports, the car driver causes 55 and 75% of all truck-related auto fatalities, and 35% of these occur in the truck's blind spots. It's an important highway safety to let the new driver know about a truck's blind spots, safe merging, and stopping distances. I want to take some time today to share some tips that will make your ride a lot safer for both of us. I invite you to watch this special report by Fox 9. After the report, I'll review some of the main safety points about driving around trucks.
You might be surprised at what the Fox 9 investigators found. Here's Trish Van Pilsen. For this story, I took a crash course in driving a semi-truck. I wasn't behind the wheel long before I began to see trucks and truckers very differently, and I learned some things that will keep you safer on the road. There's some bad blood between truckers.
You share the road with them, but they don't want to share it with you.
And everyone else on the road.
Most of the time, semis just kind of get over whenever they want.
I think they're driving too fast for the amount of tonnage they're carrying.
They don't like truck drivers. They ain't got time of day for them.
And some blood has been spilled. 78 people died in truck crashes in 2003. Only 5 of those killed were in the trucks. Most of the rest in the cars, vans, pickups, and motorcycles that collided with the trucks.
They think everything's your fault.
And yet, state statistics show that's simply not true.
2 out of 3 times, the cause of the crash is the driver or that passenger car, not the truck.
To show you what we mean, I'll take you behind the wheel of a big rig and drive a mile in their seat. And we'll put you right beneath an 18-wheeler.
It was fun.
You'll see what a trucker sees, or can't.
Still there. Now he's gone.
And what all of that means for the way you drive.
They'll cut you off and you got to hit the brakes.
Sure enough, the Fox 9 investigators spend a few hours riding along and see several cars cut closely in front of this truck.
If I had to make a panic stop, he would have been way too close.
They just don't realize how heavy we are. We can't stop on a dime.
Heck, they can't even stop on a silver dollar. This is the driving range at the Minnesota Highway Safety Center in St. Cloud.
We're going to catch this blind spot,
where the Fox 9 investigators test the most common ways trucks and cars tangle. Safety specialist Fred Koval drives the truck, then slams on the brakes as though he's trying to make an emergency stop. This is what it looks like from inside the cab of the semi when it's got to make a sudden stop. And this is how long it takes to make that happen. At 54 miles per hour, this truck skidded 202 feet before stopping. Compare that to a car, just 133 feet to stop. The truck needs almost 50% more room.
When cars cut in front of us and they take up our cushion, then it endangers everybody.
The lesson here, make sure you can see the entire front end of the truck in your rearview mirror before you move in front of it. And while we're on the issue of braking distance, be aware of yours before you try tailgating behind a truck. This research and training video is part of Dart Transit Company's Aggressive Safety Program, a visual demonstration using stunt drivers and modified vehicles to teach truck and car drivers how to drive more safely. Next issue, cornering.
She was just cussing and swearing in her car when I was trying to make that corner, and there's nothing I can do.
And something we'll call the squeeze play.
We're going to run two different versions of the right-hand corner.
Say you're driving behind a truck in town.
I'm in the truck's blind area right now, and this is fairly close to normal following distance in town.
The truck signals a right-hand turn. You're confused because the truck starts to turn to the left. You figure the driver's just mixed up his signal.
It looks like the driver's either going to go straight or all of a sudden he's going to dart to the left. So he's jumping left, I come over to the right, and now I'm stuck in that spot right there. And that is a very dangerous position for a car driver to get into.
In a minute, we'll show you why they call this the squeeze play. But first, it happens because other drivers have no idea how much room a truck needs to make a turn. It's something you really come to appreciate if you ever try to make those turns yourself. Which is exactly what I did.
This is a 10-speed.
This is the Dakota County Technical Institute. They train hundreds of truck drivers a year.
And you can start to accelerate a little bit.
And on this day, a reporter. We're going to the right. Things go pretty well until I've got to make a sharp turn.
The trailer's going to nip some cones.
My trailer's off the road almost every time.
We can't allow a car to get alongside of us.
It's hard to grasp just how much room a truck needs to make the turn.
I would like to see everybody, before they get their driver's license, to come at least sit in a truck.
Back at the driving range, our test continues. This car is about to get squeezed.
What I'm worried about is that A-pillar right there. I just don't want to damage anything.
For safety reasons, we'll do this with the car at a standstill. A safety center instructor stays in the car. He gets a scaled-down view of what a driver would see.
The steering wheel just spun as I started to get dragged across the pavement.
In real life, the car would be moving, the truck moving faster than it is here. At a higher speed, what do you think would have happened?
I think I would have died.
You do?
Yeah. You know, just because of how the violent reactions in the car going at this rate of speed.
Here's what may have happened.
It's very possible for the trailer tires to climb up over the hood.
And
then possibly roll the trailer, roll the tractor.
Smash the tray.
People get hurt.
The lesson here, don't get caught in the squeeze play by trying to sneak your way around a turning truck.
Just stay back and it'll never happen.
Our final test?
It was right down my blind side.
Sit in the driver's seat and you realize this rig is one big blind spot.
I've got him in the West Coast mirror. He's still there, still there. Still there. He's now gone from the West Coast mirror, and I have him in my lower convex mirror. Still there, still there. Now gone from my lower convex mirror.
The problem with the mirrors is that most of them distort through distance, and there is a point, right here, where a car disappears entirely from view.
When the truck makes the lane change to the right, he'll hit the car in the left rear quarter panel, and that'll cause the car to spin out and lose control.
This kind of crash doesn't happen often, but when it does, it is deadly. Again, this safety video shows why. Remember, these are stunt drivers, and the vehicles have been modified for added protection. The video is part of DART's own safety program. How do you know whether a truck driver can see you?
When you're passing a semi, pass them. Go past them.
Here's a rule of thumb. If you can see the truck driver in any of his side view mirrors, he can probably see you in those same mirrors. If you can't see him in his mirrors, you are probably invisible to him. Now, what about the trucks, you ask, and all the dangerous things truckers do? The Fox 9 investigators discovered that most often, that's not the problem.
People don't really understand about how to share the road with a commercial vehicle.
It may be time to get beyond the bad blood.
That's a pet peeve I have with semis. But they should stay in one lane.
And just give each other some space. In all fairness, you may have seen trucks being aggressive on the roads, speeding and tailgating, and that can be intimidating for cars. But now that you know what they're dealing with, you can drive smarter around trucks. Trish Van Pilsum for the Fox 9 investigators.
Good knowledge to have out there.
Yeah, good knowledge to have, and you know what? The trucks are everywhere because without them, we wouldn't have anything in the stores.
Yeah,
We'd
be careful,
nowhere.
folks.
Hi again. Fox 9 did a great job on creating some scenarios that you'll encounter while you're driving. To recap, remember, pay attention to the truck's blind spots and don't linger when passing. If you can't see the driver in their mirror, the driver can't see you. A fully loaded semi needs up to the length of a football field to stop. For that reason, it's a good rule of thumb to make sure you can see the truck's headlights in your rearview mirror before merging in front of them. Don't get distracted. When driving on the interstate, be aware using cell phones can pull your attention away from the road and into a potential life-threatening situation. Let's make it a point to get home safely for my family and yours. I look forward to sharing the road with you.